Welcome to another Sci-Fi Guy Explores. So welcome to Sci-Fi Guy AI version. Will is your AI protector, your explainer? Maybe your defender? It's defender perhaps. I was scheduled to do something very science fiction, but since AI is now completely overriding, it seems, everything in everyone's life, or certainly in the media, and I guess you could, point to them to credit or blame for constantly talking about AI. I watched the 60 Minutes piece on Google's Bard, which is their version of AI, like OpenAI has ChatGPT. So anyway, I was talking to a friend, and he, we were chatting about a photographer who admitted that a prize, I guess, that he won for a photo was, not, he was not owed it. He was not deserving because it was AI generated. So, it's disappointing, it's depressing, but is it really surprising? Because I, was, again, chatting with my buddy about this, and I said, well, we've always had frauds, and we always will. We'll always have frauds. Fraudsters, fakers, right? We'll always have people who deceive. Art forgery, signature forgery, identity theft, what have you. Now, AI is making it, easier, better, easier, sure. But the title of the video here is, Can AI replace our human connection? Can AI take away our human connection, our human community, and our connection with each other? No. Now, again, you could say, oh, Will, but, they're getting so much better and quicker, and they can generate these stories. I was never impressed with anything I generated. I did this about 6 months ago, played around with OpenAI ChatGPT. The stories that were generated under my prompting were okay. Some were really kind of stupid. And then there was a pattern that emerged. Every time I asked a similar, sort of thematic, a plot, something a little similar, but still different, it spit out the same plot, virtually. It was almost identical, just with different sort of characters and maybe different times. So it's this, model. People forget it's predictive text. It's predicting what words are better in a sentence, a paragraph. And that's pretty much all it is. In terms of true artificial intelligence, I don't think we're there yet. Even Google's, product managers and their Google engineers during the 60 Minutes interview said that this is not true sentience, consciousness. We're not there yet. Will we, see it in our lifetimes, or will it eventually happen? It could. But so that's, I guess, the real focal point and underscoring of what I'm trying to say too. But even if, say, consciousness is granted these bots, these agents, AI agents, right? Artificial intelligence programs. Say they're granted and they establish and come to a consciousness and sentience. Okay, great. So they have that wherewithal and that spark of sort of true intelligence and, dare I say, life, or an artificial digital one. Why is that still something to be afraid of? Or why is it something that's going to replace our human connection? Okay? And there's so many examples. I gave two to my buddy, right? Cooking, preparing food, recipes, cooking, and sports. What do they have in common? Well, many things, meaning we all love certain types of cuisines, right? We all like certain types of dishes, meals, what have you, and we might not like others. You might like Mexican Chinese, I might like Italian and Americana, okay? And an AI could kind of fake the recipes, or could come up with great recipes, this is good and all, but how will we ever trust or relate to a digital agent program that doesn't taste? Oh, maybe that'll be down the road too. Maybe they'll have robots that taste. Perhaps, and I wouldn't put it past them. But right now, and for the foreseeable future, we have agents that will say, oh, this is a better dish or something. Really? So you had that when you were growing up? Your grandma used to make this for you. Your aunt or uncle took you to the ballpark to have, great hot dogs, great, burgers or whatever, or a nice hot pretzel. No. So this lack of that simple basic humanity that we all experience, different dishes, different cuisines from our backgrounds, this is all missing and forever will be, as far as I'm concerned, or certainly for the foreseeable future, from any AI program. So cooking, cuisine, right? Noshing, that's universal, agreed, I would hope. There's no way they can, these agents are going to be trusted or would care in terms of recipes or food for the most part. Or again, did you enjoy that hamburger? Did you love that new chicken cacciatore recipe? They can't eat. Okay, and then we go to sports. So when you were a kid, you threw around the baseball with your dad or your grandpa or your mom or your aunt, for that matter, grandma. You went to football, baseball, hockey games, basketball. Maybe you went bowling. That used to be a fun thing. We used to go as a family bowling. So AI can talk all about the better way to throw a bowling ball or tee off on the golf course, but it's never going to have the experience of enjoying that game. It never played it. It never will. Now, I guess I can do simulations and say, wow, I more preferred this. Yeah, okay. It's just, again, the premise and the foundation and the core of my idea for this episode here is the human equation. Our connected humanity will never be replaced, or certainly I would hope it's not. So I think people should people should be aware. I was going to say people should calm down about it, right? People should be aware. I think it's definitely something that we should be concerned about and aware. But just during the 60 Minutes piece, one of the engineers said, just think about your doctor who's a specialist in, say, cardiac therapies, a cardiac surgeon, a cardiac doctor, coming in the morning and reviewing all these cases and saying, this test result shows that this patient should get priority, therapies or medications, what have you. This is strong, and this is very optimistic and very beneficial for us as a race. So the idea that AI is all this doom and gloom and it's going to be taking over and taking away all our livelihood, that's debatable, though I think, as I illustrated before, there's certain things they will never replace. But a doctor, a scientist, engineers being able to avail themselves of this technology, to me, sounds really promising and really helpful. Hope you're enjoying our non-AI channel here, because it's not artificial intelligent yet. If not, please subscribe if you have not yet. It's very easy. Hit the subscribe button. And don't worry about AI. Like they say, there is nothing to fear, right? But fear itself. And until we come to the day that it's really that scary, then I guess we'll have a problem. But